I can't even remember a time I wasn't grinding to 99. We're 2 months into this season and I played like every fucking day. It's crazy. I'm so excited for this to be done. And I'm not going to do this again. The other ones. Yeah, see, they're giving me like 20 experience each here. It's not going to work. What do we need? 1 million. How close are we? We're less than 1 million experience away. You can see the white bar at the bottom is how close I am. When the white bar is full, that means I'm 99. So it's it's imperceptible how little room I have left to grind. You can't even tell in the bar. It looks like it's full. Oh my god. We're like 1,000 away, 2,000 away. There we go. Fuck yes! Fuck yes! Oh my god! Look how fucking fast I'm running. What the hell? Amazons. Top 14. Bots. Pure bots. 15 to 28. Bots. A lot of them. 29 to 42. Again, bot. 43 to 56. Bots. 57 to 70. Bots. 71 to 84. Bots. 85 to 88. All bots. Then me. Ah! At the end of this 99 run, I was rocking an Ondle's Wisdom Elder Staff for a lot of the games, right? I was going into public games and a lot of the time holding this staff and teleporting around with everybody else. And I was leeching from them and it felt bad and I wasn't really playing. It does give you 45% faster cast rate, so it makes it so you can teleport faster, so there's some utility there. I was using this quite a lot. It really sucked. This gives you 5% increase to experience gained. And one of the things that I do want to mention about this is that if one or more people are using this item in a game and it's slowing down the fighting more than 5%, then everyone is losing that 5% and you're only gaining a little bit of that back. And so this should be really called Ondle's Curse because it's actually not helping. It actually makes the whole experience worse. So that was part of it. I used a spirit shield for most of the run to 99. That's when my mercenary had an item called Insight, which gave me better mana regeneration, or like you got your resources were better with it. Once I switched to Infinity, which is an incredibly expensive item to get Conviction Aura, because that reduces enemy lightning resistance, I didn't have that mana regen anymore, and so then I had to build a Phoenix Shield. He was like, you have to get one item and then you get the next to fill in the gap of the old item left. And this gives you Redemption Aura, so every time you kill stuff, you can suck up the bodies and you use it for resources. And so they're like, it's a reciprocal change in items. I got this Fortitude and a non-Eth Endorial's Wizards. You're supposed to get Eth, but I never ended up getting one. That was fine. And so this is pretty good mercenary gear, and once you get the Fortitude and Endorial's Visage, and to a lesser extent the Infinity, but once you get these two items, your merc pretty much never dies. And that is huge. Like the conviction, or like having essentially a character walking around beside you giving conviction aura all the time, is a huge damage increase as you go. I ended up trading for these gloves, which were super useful. Trading for Stone of Jordan was super useful. I've never dropped one off of an enemy ever. I did drop a High Lord's Wrath, but I traded for another one at one point. I was able to get a Griffin's Eye, an Enigma, a War Travs, and a bunch of Razor Tails and Ravenfrosts. Those all dropped. I have had all those items before, but some of the things that pushed me over the edge for this season, I had an okay Analyst Charm. This is not the best roll I've ever had, but getting the 10% to experience gained early and having that the entire push was instrumental because it reduced that whole thing by 10%, right? An okay charm here. I had a lot of all resist charms, many with life on them, right? So it's lightning resist, all resist with lightning damage, all resist with life. These are hard to trade for. All resist with dex, all resist with life again, and all resist with extra gold for monsters. I've never been rich enough to trade for all resist charms, and I had a ton of them in this season. I also have never had this many javelin and spear skills ones, and I had some pretty good jav with life skillers. So 38 to life, 34 to life, 33 to life, 21 to life, then strength and some gold find because I needed to fill it out. I also had a 70 crack of the heavens, which is good. And when I did end up doing the Ubers, I had my Thunderstroke, which I actually looted this item. I didn't. It took me forever to identify it because I didn't want to, but it's a +4 to Jav skills Thunderstroke and a Spirit Shield. So these were my offhands before I got to Ondals and was just like sucking experience the whole game. And I ended up killing, a ton of Uber Diablos, a few Uber Mephistos, whatnot. We made Chains of Honor. One of the highlights I think for me in all of this was not even gaining experience. Not Sid, another streamer who's I think probably still in chat, and I went through and did a couple Uber runs, and that was, I thought, incredibly fun. It was really fun to have someone else to play with, and I really enjoyed doing that with Not Sid. So that was a highlight of playing it this season. I like meeting people in the game, and I like playing with other people, but it was nice to have a friend I could chat with on Discord and play through. I ended up getting an Arachnid Mesh. Arachnid Mesh is one of the items that they constantly tell you. Like if you go to Max Roll and you look up the build for this game, they'll say, oh, the Javazon should have Arachnid Mesh. I never found a reason why I should be wearing it, right? It's supposed to make teleporting slightly faster, but it never does. Like it's not fast enough. It's imperceptibly faster. So it's not really noticeable. I did wear the Thunder God's Vigor when I was doing Ubers, doing single target damage. That is useful. Otherwise, just using Razor Tail because it splits all your jabs. And when I wanted to gold farm, I had an upped gold wrap. But that was pretty much it. Like the up gold wrap for magic finding, and then everything else. This I just gave to Not Sid. I made this Chains of Honor, and we used it just for the Ubers. I did a pretty standard Javazon build where I stacked Lightning Fury and Charge Strike to do single target damage. I maxed out Lightning Strike and Lightning Bolt, and would drop the rest into Power Strike after doing 1 to all of my pacific magic skills. And I did end up using the Valkyrie the whole time. Grinding to 99 in this game was terrible. I really, really stopped enjoying it after a certain time, and it felt more like an obligation I'd put on myself than something that was fun. There's just not enough in the terror zones to really make it like a fun experience. And if I'm totally honest, I thought that a lot of the end of the grind, like the 96 to 99, it brought out the worst in people because people kept fighting over terror zones. And you get the most amount of experience if there's 8 players in the game, but if you're alone when you're killing things. And so people would make games, even we did this, like Not Sid and I. Not Sid would run Chaos, and then I would go run the Terror Zone while Sid was doing Chaos. And so people would join in, and they would try to take the Terror Zone and be like, hey, this is, like, I'm doing this, please leave. And that felt bad. Like, it felt bad to be like, please leave the game. Like, I don't want to play with you. That's a shitty thing to say to someone. And then I would go into a game, and people would do it to me, and it felt terrible. And so people got territorial about it, and that sucked. It's anti-play. It's like literally an anti-game, where you do all the things you're not meant to do with people. It's really, really terrible. And so I didn't like that. I didn't enjoy that part of it. But overall, I still really love this game. I will still continue to play this game. There are still lots of items I haven't found. And I think that, like, playing it out for other reasons there's still lots of great reasons to play. It's just not a grind to 99 that I'm going to do again. So I'm glad that I made this level 99 character, but I'm not going to come back to make another one, I don't think, in the near future.